Hey ladies, um I'm about to be in your face a little bit, but you'll be all right. Some of y'all can handle it. So I'm just noticing a collective energy based on the different men that I've spoken with since I've been on this journey. Basically, it's become my mission to get more people to speak up and go through whatever they have to go through to heal childhood traumas, mainly childhood traumas, and we out here hating each other, men hating women, women hating men based on most of the time things that we've gone through with our parents. Men hate women because his mama wasn't shit. Women hating men because daddy wasn't shit. Or a man that was in her life beat her or whatever it is. And just, first of all, we need to figure out a way to work through that shit. But I posted recently that I noticed that there are more women in the healing spaces when it comes to the sound bowl sessions and the breath work classes and the yoga and these types of things. And then when women get together, we communicate with each other about our traumas and the things that we've gone through. When men get together, they aren't talking about that. Men aren't talking about how his mother did him or the trauma that he experienced at the hand of a woman when he was younger, or the last relationship and how traumatic of an experience that was, because they feel like they have to be stoic. Men historically have been the strong ones. They're not supposed to exude any kind of weakness, and for some strange reason, historically, I don't even know where this shit began, probably in slavery times and maybe even prior to that, but men aren't supposed to show weakness by way of crying or expressing himself or something like that. So this is embedded in them. This is embedded in them. Generations upon generations, that's just kind of been the message to men about how not to behave. Well, things have changed. And so, ladies, this is where the message comes in for you. You got to learn how to soften up. Do what you have to do to get your healing, because the reason why a lot of men aren't expressing themselves, the reason why a lot of men are afraid to cry around us and say, you know what, I just need a break. I'm tired. Can I lay my head on your shoulder? Can I tell you about the shit that I've experienced? Can I tell you what's bothering me? Because a lot of women want to call a man gay. Men don't even want to tap into the feminine energy, even though they have it. We all have the same. Women have masculine energy and men have feminine energy. But sometimes we live from that place that we shouldn't be living from. So ladies, y'all need to figure out how to fucking soften up if you want the man in your life to express his sadness, to express his emotions. A lot of men aren't tapped into the feminine side of their emotions because either another man is calling him names or the woman in his life is talking bad about him. That motherfucker was crying, talking to their friend, mocking him, and am I the woman or are you the woman? Like I've heard all of these things come from women about a man expressing himself on an emotional level like that. Now they do know how to express their emotions when it comes to screaming and yelling and being ready to fight, but that's not what we want anymore. So ladies, soften the fuck up. If you're living from your masculine energy, you need to go get help with that. I don't know what it's gonna take. Go take some classes. Go get some therapy. That's up to you to figure out how to tap into your feminine side more and let the masculine side kind of fade to the background. And these are things that I've had to learn. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I've had that all figured out, but it feels better to be more feminine. A lot of us have had to, oh my God, I've not experienced this much traffic shit. But a lot of us have had to come from the masculine side because we didn't have any choice, because we saw grandma and great grandmama doing it, because our mothers had to do it, because the men aren't around. Forget all of that. Forget all of that. This is a new day. And it's time for us to be better. And in order for us to be better, we have to do the damn work. So ladies, stop treating your man like shit because he want to be soft and he want to exude his feminine side sometimes. Men are suffering in silence. They're too afraid to express their emotions in that way because they're afraid they're going to be talked about. It's time for you to encourage your man that it's okay. Even if it's difficult for you, figure out a way to make it happen. So, I'm done. Like this video. If it resonates, share this video with a man or woman in your life that you think needs to hear it. And if I'm talking to you, ladies, figure out a way to get out of your masculine energy. Figure out a way to soften up so that your man will feel comfortable coming to you when he wants to be vulnerable, when he wants to cry, when he wants to express to you that he just needs a break, that he just wants to take a nap, whatever it is, without you being on his head about what it is that you need. 9 times out of 10, he tired because he trying to make sure you and the kids are all right. So I hope this helps. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, share, all of that good stuff. Sorry about the noise. I was just outside. You know, I like to come out here and get some sun, and I just had that download, and I had to share it. So I love you, and I will talk to you next time.